Bonsoir. Yeah, it's nighttime for me, whatever might be daytime for you. Today, I will teach you how to make chocolate. Simple ingredients that we use. And, oh, actually they're behind me. They have to be warmed up. So I warm them up into my dehydrator. You can also warm them up into, hot water, like you put your dish in hot water bowl, and then so you can warm them up that way. But they have to be warmed up. Coconut oil, cacao butter, maple syrup, all warmed up. Very important. Very, very important part. It won't work otherwise. Okay, we take, you guessed it, my blender jar on my scale. It's such an easy recipe. It's just, beyond, there's nothing easier than that to make chocolate at home. I'm telling you. Okay, we start with coconut oil, 60 grams. 60 grams of coconut oil. Almost there, getting there. There we go. And then 20 grams of cacao butter. There we are. And then 40 grams of maple syrup. So we were at 60 plus 20, 80 plus 40, 120. You see how easy it is? Telling you, easier than that, I don't think it exists. And then we add 40 grams of the cacao powder, the raw cacao powder, of course. So now we end up being at 160. 160. And of course, I'm teaching you a recipe that you make at home. It's nothing like a chocolatier that they have special equipment, right? Tempering the chocolate and the beans. And so it's none of that I do. I don't have that knowledge and I don't have the equipment, so I'm not doing that. Then I add a pinch of salt and a pinch of vanilla. Vanilla powder. If you take the extract, do not take the one that has alcohol in it. It will ruin your chocolate. I'm not kidding you. It's going to taste like burn. It's awful. And then we blend. So, bring this closer so you can see. It doesn't need much. And it cannot be blended fast because it's going to turn into a cream. We need it to stay liquid, okay? That's very, very important. So the first lesson I'm going to teach you with the chocolate is how to make chocolate that are in a form like those silicone mold. Les mots parfois. Now I switch in French. Oh my gosh, it's late. So silicone mold. I love the one with the hearts. There is all sorts of shapes. You can see here like a shell shape, little bear shape, star shape, diamond shape. So many shapes. But I like to use the one that is hearts, a little heart shape. And then what you do is you simply fill up each little hearts like this. I'm going to change side. I think it's better for my top view. So you just pour the chocolate in each of them. You can use a spatula if you like to stop the chocolate from dripping. But eventually you get used to that. I found that it was the easiest way of doing it, the way I'm doing it right now. You also have candy funnels that you can use. And then you can do it that way as well. But I figure myself that I wasn't losing that much chocolate going from one to the other like I am doing right now. And it's just a faster way of doing it. There we go. Just want to show you, and then we continue with more recipes. So I'm just going to leave this aside for now. So that's simple as that. That's all there is to do. All there is to do. And then Those are gojis. Oops, I've got chocolate on my hand. Just a second. There we go. Those are goji berries. So what do? I like to put them in the corner. And gojis, I put two little gojis. The macadamia nuts. Again, just in the corner here, little macadamia nuts. Hazelnuts, same thing. Hazelnut just in the corner here. I find that it's pretty that way. Walnuts, I like to take the ones who are smaller. Then you can just, whoops, I broke this one, but I have a half. So you put your half in the corner like this, like the rounded shape of the walnut will follow the rounded shape of the heart, which I find is pretty. These are Inca berries. Inca berries, they're delicious. They have a bit of that tart, sour taste, which is lovely with the chocolate. So Inca berry. And then some are more colorful than others. I'll put a colorful one here. I took quite a dark one over here. And this here is crystallized ginger. It's basically sugar on top of the ginger. I use the scissors because I can cut it the shape I want. And I do the same thing. I just put it here in the corner. You see? So that's very easy to make those little hearts or little chocolate. And then you can leave them plain as well if you like. You can use other nuts if you like. What do I have here? I have some cashews. So you could also put a cashew. Could also put a cashew here like this on top. That's pretty actually. Cashews, you can use almonds, you can use raisins, you can, just little fruits, and you can leave them plain as well. So that's what I wanted to show you with the hearts. Very, very simple. Then it goes into your fridge to settle because the butter is going to harden and then the chocolate is going to hold. It's not a chocolate that you can leave outside. Like I said, it's not made like those chocolatier and then the chocolate, won't melt again if it's left at room temperature. My chocolate will melt, even if you keep it in your arm for too long. But it's delicious. It's delicious and it's easy to make. And then let me show you, the chocolate is also ready. So I can show it to you like this now because it's all holding together. Okay, and then you simply pop them out and whoopsies, there you go. Just like that. Just going to take some out with colors. One with the, there you go, one with the Inca berry. And there you are. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And it's delicious too. When you have food like this, you can really enjoy a treat because it's been sweetened with maple syrup, which is a whole food. It has cacao butter. It has, it has sweetener, but it's not overly sweetened because the raw cacao is not that bitter. And the raw cacao is packed with nutrients, and everything is because it hasn't been exposed to heat. So it's so good for you. So, like I said, the answer is on your plate. It really is on your plate, depending on what you put on your plate. Enjoy. Bon appétit.